Hey, YouTube, Nick Shaheen here, Simple Stocks. I have Pric with me. She's a team member, also a trader, also a recent futures class attendee. And we'll talk to her in a little bit. Say hi, Pric.
Hi,
And
everyone.
so, first, we're going to hit the futures levels. And today, wow, first of all, holy moly, pretty bullish day. What is it, up 2%? And we do have levels. Believe it or not, we have to look way back to find those levels. So as far as resistance, it's more of a region because it's old. I can show you the lines that I have. They're all over the place. I think the most important ones are the cluster of wait, sharing the screen. There we go. Yay! Sharing the screen. So the cluster where you see these teal and green squiggly lines, it's a collection of moving averages that I've anchored at a place in the past, and they've come to play a good role again here. That's the biggest win this week. If we can close above them for the bulls, then the bears, the sellers, will have a hard time cutting through them again on the way down. As far as hardline levels, this is the ES we're talking about. There are some September fails right here at 45.25-ish. And then more of them, I think if I remember correctly, 45.55, give or take $2, was a pretty big problem back in the day. Well, not too long ago, but long enough to where it's a range. So we have sellers lurking at every level up here. But what we don't have is this incessant look down from the media. It's just to play with our emotions. Shut down the media. Let's do our homework on our own. So the dip could find some buyers around 44.84, 44.80, but the rally was so strong that support is more of a relative term. So it's ginger support. Nevertheless, it's around 44.85, another cluster around 71. And the best one would be to retrace almost the whole thing to fall into the 44.40, 44.45 area. Everything else below is support. We also have volume support. We have a shelf of volume down here. We have nothing here recent. So that's a little weakness in the volume. I wouldn't short based on that, but I would caution against starting swing longs here chasing. Momentum traders okay. I think the NASDAQ is even older. It's hit July levels. In fact, almost exactly. Back in July, there was a harsh fail exactly where we are. That doesn't mean we fail tomorrow, so I don't short it based on that. But it should be. I should be cautious before jumping in. So please be aware that there is some stuff going on there. So what do I do here with the Nasdaq? I play it case by case. For example, if you have a specific element in the Nasdaq you like, I think you'd be better off tracking that because this is more squishy. So the where we were, the highs of today, basically, I would treat them as resistance, and then more of it above that. I know there are a couple more lines up there. I didn't bother bringing them up because they're pretty old from July. I should also say that the first level of support is a pretty round number, 15.8, and below that is the shelf from where we sprang, which is 15.6, 620, 25, and split it in half, you will end up with the resistance from also a couple of months back. So any which way you slice it, we're up in thin air. No volume support here. The one thing that did well this week, today, is the overachievement of the small caps. If you are reading my notes every day, for a couple of weeks, I've been saying I'm focusing on the underachievement of these small caps. I've been saying the markets cannot make any improvement, substantial improvement on the upside, say for the S&P, if a basket of 2,000 stocks cannot find footing. So let's look at the RTY. It looks like an inverse head and shoulders with much more upside opportunity. So ideally, if they drop tomorrow, the RTY, the futures contract, if they hold 1780 to 1770, so whatever my cursor is, I think it can use it as a base to curl back up and go to that measured move, which could be substantial. I'm going to tell you it's 120 points, maybe upside, so 6 to 8%. Looking left, there's going to be a lot of challenges to that. So maybe they do it in a series of higher lows and higher highs, something like this. So they become buyers of dips rather than, oh my gosh, the world is ending type of a deal. So this is the big indices, and today there was something surprising. I know you guys trade the crude. Crude oil was an underachiever. Yes, it spiked with everything. So the headline today, whatever it was, it caused people to believe that, oh, okay, the Fed's not going to be so nasty. So what happened? Rates fell and the dollar fell, and the dollar falling leaves room for rallies and anything priced in dollars. So crude spiked, but then it gave it all back and then went lower low. Pretty concerning. I think harmonics tell you that this could drop to 77, 76.6.5. So I don't think it's done falling. I think the rally will fail into 79 and 79.50. If by some chance they take that out, okay, I can tell you they'll go to the next level where it sells off. I'm not happy with crude. I would not hold calls. I would not chase upside unless I'm point A to point B. I think they're selling rallies on a higher time frame in crude. Okay. Now, what didn't give back was gold. Gold and silver. They spiked because they too are priced in dollars. They averted this forecast that we had, so we can blow that out of there. And they didn't give it all back. They held, and same with silver. So I went long silver today. I needed to go long yesterday when it flashed low. I just missed the opportunity. But SI was also a long on a swing long. So I took longer dated calls to chase this upside here. I wouldn't short the silver futures if they break out from this recent fail. I think if they take out 23.4, they will take out the prior fail of 23.8. I'm going to round on that one. So 23.4, 23.8. I don't think I gave you numbers on GC, so we'll go back there. You can consider today's high of 1975.4 as a failing point. In fact, if you give yourself, if you're shorting and you want a good stop, don't stop before 1978, and see if you can write it down to backtest the 1960. So I would think it fades into 1960. It will find buyers and they will try to go back and attempt to break out of the high of the today to get to 1988. So hopefully they can do that. Otherwise, it too might be making lower lows. So I'm not fully committed for a swing trade in that one. Okay. Wolf is here. Wolf is in the house. Anyway, so before we go any further, before we run out of time, I brought Pric for a specific reason. I wanted to ask Pric because I saw her discussing some stuff in the Discord and talking about the futures ladder and all of this. So I wanted to ask you, Pric, what kind of a door opener it is to dabble in the futures and the options on the futures. Can you just sum it up for us into how did it contribute to your trading style?
For me, it was a game changer. I was doing too many day trades. Now, as I'm doing those ladders, I'm netting money through those, so I don't have to do too many day trades. I don't have to go and sit in front of the computer all day long. I'm not doing that. Now, I look for the quality stuff and do less because I have that profit coming in through those ladders. So it's been very helpful for my account.
Game changer sums it
Yes.
up for me. Game changer. The way I'm noticing is if I'm in somebody's shoes that started dabbling in the futures and taking trades like this, I don't have to worry about, oh, is this a good time to get long this company or that company in swing trade? It's a self-hedged trade setup, and it just needs time to play out and nothing major. Confidence-wise, has it improved your confidence at all? Like overall,
Yes.
as a trader, when you say I trade for a living, is it
Yes.
okay?
It has made a huge difference. The futures event that I attended to and the discussion that we had, that the teaching that you guys did, like the overall, it was like literally it was a game changer for me, and it has played in a way that yes, I'm more confident on my trades. And with those ladders, it's been like huge help to my account because I'm not looking at those, like the profits are there like every week. I'm like opening one and I'm closing one. So I'm netting money through those so I can focus on my day trading skills and stuff. So it's very helpful.
That's pretty amazing feedback. So I also have been doing those trades in a tiny account, well, not a tiny account, in a relatively controlled size account that mimics a general starting account, a trader, and I'm able to do some of those trades, and it was passive money for me as far as income. So here's the bottom line of this conversation here with Pric tonight. Thanks for coming on short notice. I appreciate it.
No, thank
Spraying it
you.
5 minutes. She took 3 minutes to get ready and pop on here. That's a winning trade right there. So here's the deal: is some trades are too complicated. Some trades need babysitting. The futures, having access to a whole new world of the futures, um, is a game changer because sometimes you want to trade off hours. Sometimes you have to trade off hours if your portfolio is going the wrong way because something going on off hours. You jump in and you do something with it. I think any trader, any investor needs to know how to trade the futures one way or another. You don't need to do it for a living, but you need to be able to jump in after hours. God forbid there's a disaster and your portfolio is collapsing. You can go in and short the contract itself, or you can also play options on the futures themselves. You can, if you have a smaller account, PDT rules can be bent, not broken, but bent. All right. Let's see here. Natural gas. Thank you. Natural gas. I forgot because a lot of people are in the natural gas trade. So this is a tricky guy. I know it's violent. And in this case, you do have a gap below. They might be chasing it at 3.1. And of course, now the risk is once this guy loses its base, it becomes a free fall. They better hold 2.9, the 2.99, the recent low. If you lose that, you might be in danger of losing this, believe it or not. And this is not, it's not a joke. So make sure you're on top of it. Make sure it's nothing is left to chance. I wouldn't leave it without babysitting. They have lower highs. They have, you can call that higher lows, fighting for control. And it looks like the lower high is a little bit stronger than this weak area. There's not a lot of volume here. So I'm afraid that it's going to slip down and then it becomes like hold on to dear life. So be careful with this guy. Rallies, I think, will be sold, especially towards 3.2. That's on the nat gas. All right. So any quick questions from the people out there? Look at that. Look at that. You're getting all the kudos out there. Who needs to watch Nick when Pric is up here? All right, this is awesome. Thanks again for Pric.
Thank you.
I'll take did I miss any of the futures? Give me a ticker if I missed one. You got 1 minute and then I'll have a minute. No,
I just
maybe
wanted to add one more comment. As you talk about the flexibility, I was just looking at the levels that I'm going to open the ladder right now. I was going to do that.
right now.
Yes.
Then you can go. Go do it. And she has kids too. Women are amazing that way. Guys would not be able to do that. All right. Okay, folks out there in YouTube land, really appreciate you. We're going to cut it quickly today, 1 minute short. So next time we can go 1 minute long because we have to go trade apparently.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye. See you next time at YouTube.